Hey family, Sis D here. I just wanted to stop and share a little bit of food for thought. Let me welcome y'all. Happy second day of the week. So hopefully this will be kind of short because I don't want to overwhelm y'all with this message. But the thing that kept coming to my mind was a second wilderness experience could possibly happen. And if it does, are you ready? And let me give you some scenarios, okay? So, for those of you who are into the Holy Scriptures, you read through or you know about them, even for secular people who are by no means religious or spiritual, you've heard of these recountings or retellings. So, for example, when you think about Noah and the Ark, right? We've all heard that story as little children, whether it's a cartoon story or whatever. What happened? Noah was instructed to build this ark because rain was coming. At that point, there was no rain that fell out of the sky. All of the earth was watered from up underneath, under the wells that were up under that were inside the earth, right? So Moses instructed to build this ark. It takes him, some say 54 years, some say 120 years, some say different other numbers. However long it took him, he builds this ark, and the animals are carried in their groupings, right? As we know, judgment comes into the earth. All of humanity is destroyed except for these 8 people. The thing about that is a prophet or a messenger was sent to instruct Noah. He was given information from the Most High that this flood was coming. Message, right? Okay, so that was Noah. Then, if we stop and think about, as an example, Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah, religious or non-religious, secular or whatever, we've heard the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Some people think that Sodom and Gomorrah was actually judged because of their wickedness and immorality and sexual sins. That was part of it, but there was actually a bigger message that was for the body of believers, which really should have been hospitality, open dooredness, yeah. I might go into that later, but let me stay on course really quickly. They were also some angels, messengers, were sent down to Lot and his family for them to judgment was coming to the area because of their wickedness, because of their sin, because they weren't following directions and orders. Destruction was coming. Pack up your family, get out. Fire and brimstone comes down, burns up 2 cities, right? Yet again, we're back to a few people in a specific area of the world that are remaining to then come back and repopulate. We know what happens there. Okay, message. Follow instructions, follow orders, listen to the prophet or the messenger, right? Okay, let's use another example or scenario. Moses in Egypt, born in the house of a pharaoh, i.e., king. He grows up into manhood. He finds out who he really is. And he begins to get these messages to tell Pharaoh, the king, that the Israelites, the people of the book, should be let go. They should not be under these strenuous, captive type scenarios, that they should be let free. Pharaoh refuses, and judgment happens, and the plagues and the pestilences begin to happen. And so Pharaoh, after a while, decides, yeah, I'm tired of these people and all these plagues and curses. You guys get out of here because you're making my life a living nightmare. Just go. But Pharaoh recants while they're making their exodus out, and he actually chases them. And we know what happens for most of us. If you want to go read Exodus, Pharaoh ends up chasing the Israelites as they're crossing the Red Sea, and him and his armies end up drowning. Okay? So let me kind of encapsulate all of this really quickly. All of those scenarios I use because they basically are kind of similar in theme, in that when instructions are given or a messenger or a prophet has been sent forth in the earth before judgment or destruction happens, the people are always given enough time to prepare themselves and listen and reconnect. That's what I'm getting as my download is a second wilderness experience might be coming, may be coming, just because of the things that are naturally happening in the earth. A second wilderness experience may be on its way. And if that does happen, are you prepared? So let's go out of the spiritual realm. Let's go secular, okay? For one moment. The pandemic has happened, things are getting difficult, the supply chains are broken, there are these myriad of trickle downs that are happening, or excuse me, not happening the way that they used to happen before. We hear people speaking about this food famine that's coming. There's not going to be enough natural resources for everybody, specifically in the big cities, right? We keep hearing it. So if that second wilderness experience happens where people are fleeing in mass or supplies are lower or less than what the demand is, how are we as chosen ones preparing for what could be coming? Food for thought, right? Then the other element I would throw out there is, are we spiritually connecting and tapping in to the instructions? If we are truly listening. As chosen ones, you have to be connected, you have to be tapped in to get the downloads. Those who are dreamers, are you paying attention to the dreams that you're getting? I've been having some really, really vivid movie like 4D quality dreams lately. And I haven't had dreams like that so frequently in a very, very long time. So I am back to writing again. Things that are coming to me, I'm writing them down. The downloads that are coming, I'm trying to share. Some of it is just beyond me, and I haven't been given permission to do that yet. But as for this one, with the second wilderness experience, I'm just going to say, be prepared, y'all. Get back into nature. Go out and experience those things that are eternal. Don't be so distracted by all of the nonsense that this world is throwing at you to keep you diverted from hearing the message. Yes, I know the TikTok challenges are fun. I get that. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying don't be on social media or connect with your loved ones. I'm not saying that at all. What I am suggesting, and it's just a loving, caring, kind suggestion, is don't be so distracted with the newest hairstyle. I want the 55-inch weave. Oh, they have new MAC products. Oh, the new OPI has a new line and I want the newest nail polish. Oh, so and so designer has the baddest, hottest, most lit shoes. Oh, I need this designer bag. That is not what is most important. For those of you that are entertainers, you're music people, you're in that world where that is required for you to provide for your families. I understand that. But if you're an average person working a 9 to 5 job, great. Honest day's work is an honest day pay. But why are you concerned so much with trying to live up to a lifestyle for entertainers, movie stars, artists, musicians, rappers, whatever? Why are you so concerned with that? That's a question. When the bigger, grander things should actually be, okay, there are things coming back in the earth that we haven't heard of in 60 years, i.e., these new, huge, massive lice infestations. When has lice been an infestation? I'm in the States, you guys, right now. I don't know how long I'll be in the States, but I'm in the States right now. When is the last time you guys have known about a huge lice infestation or a bed bug infestation? We've been having bed bug infestations in the States for the last 12 to 15 years. Why? Pestilences, overrunnings of vermin in places that are major cities where they shouldn't, birds that are in places that they should not be there, crows and ravens and those kind of animals. Are we paying attention? Are we really listening to what's going on in the earth? Or again, are you so distracted with TikTok, with Facebook, with Metaverse, with NFL, with NBA, with their PS4 or 5? I don't know what's out now to play games, but are you so distracted? Oh, I need the new Yeezys. I need the new latest makeup. I need the new latest car, hat, fedora, whatever the new latest thing is. Is that where your focus is? Or are you paying attention to what's going on in the earth? Scripturally, we're taught that in the last days, there are many, many, many that are going to perish. And this is not to fearmonger. This is not to throw anything out to scare anybody. Not at all. I don't move or operate in fear. I operate in faith. So this is not a message to scare anybody. It's a message to just be food for thought. It's just a message to be food for thought to say, if a second wilderness experience comes, are you going to be ready, or are you going to be distracted and become fodder for the fire? I'm going to leave that with you guys right there. Thank you so much again for you guys coming in, popping in, and taking a moment to share with me. I never want to be remiss to not say thank you, because there's 1,000 other things you could have been doing, 1,001 other channels that you could have been watching, but you took a moment to share your day with me. This is a longer video, so I definitely want to sign off here from my heart to yours. You guys, vibe up, y'all. Vibe up. I'll never stop saying it. This is the time. Vibe up, y'all. Vibe up. This is D, and I'm out.